today I woke and went for a walk with the family down to the river. And in the sunshine, I sat down at the river's edge and I just started stacking rocks. Honestly, one of my favorite activities, skipping rocks or stacking rocks. All right, so as you may notice, things look a little different, right? The desk is gone. A lot of the stuff is up on the shelf here. Just ended up selling that, and this is the very human aspect of, like, the room isn't perfect. It's not complete, but I'm still going to show up and make this video. And the homework for life today is a two-parter. Um, Becoming hyper aware of filler words too. I see that people are doing their 60 seconds talking unbroken without trying to use any filler words as getting practice public speaking or just getting better at these different skill sets. So I just noticed that one when I caught it, right? It's very human of us, though, to use filler words. It's not trying to be perfect, but to be okay with the empty space is also a really good practice. First one, yesterday morning, one of the practices that I started getting into and that I actually really love is just handwriting. I used to journal a lot and I've gotten away from telling so many stories because I'm working to differentiate what is just stories of the mind versus what is actually happening instead of trying to create more. But for Father's Day, I chose to write my dad a letter just full of appreciation. And one of the things that I've started doing is I got you guys can see that, hopefully it focuses, right? How cool, the wax seal stamps. And so wrote him a letter, wax seal stamped it, and just the process of going through all the different things that I appreciate about him, folding it up, heating the wax, pouring the wax, stamping it, and giving it to him just felt like an entirely, like a love-filled process. And I could feel it because it was only about 8 or 9 lines of writing, and yet it brought him to tears. So I know that that transmission was felt. Really beautiful practice. I look forward to doing more of these for friends and family just over the coming weeks and months. My other homework for life was earlier today when I woke up in the mountains. You guys saw my last video. I was out camping with the family, but today I woke and went for a walk with the family down to the river. And in the sunshine, I sat down at the river's edge and I just started stacking rocks. Honestly, one of my favorite activities, skipping rocks or stacking rocks. The boys will know what I'm talking about, but also anyone I would recommend this to, because when you are stacking and trying to balance stones that are irregular, oddly shaped, you can't be anywhere else except for doing what you're doing. Oftentimes when I'm driving, you're driving, we're thinking about other things. When we're doing the dishes, we're thinking about something else. When we're at work, we're thinking about something else. But this is a task that requires us to be completely absorbed into it. The mind is nowhere but feeling the stones, working with the stones. And so it's this very aware practice. Beautiful opportunity to just cultivate some of that skill of being where my feet are. So that for me was the homework for life, or just the highlight, because it was just such a simple moment that I was just aware that there was nothing else happening except for that experience. The lesson that I'm currently learning, or that today is trying to invite me into, is again twofold. I'm going to go into it because I'm feeling it. First one, tonight at the Ninja Gym, having multiple children at once, all trying to teach them all, or learning how to teach and convey information and direct attention, hold attention, and teach in a way that will be received by multiple different people at once, especially children, because they're developing, they're playful, they're light, they want just I don't know, it's still something I'm learning. And so to have 6 or 7 kids that are all going crazy and excited for Ninja, but also wanting to, how do I connect with them on a level where they will receive what it is that I'm trying to teach, but knowing each of them is learning in a different way. There are times where it's very challenging and I'm like, sit down. But some of them don't learn by sitting down. Most of them don't, honestly. So to try to take what the gym has taught us how to do as coaches and to realize that there might be some blind spots in that as well. That's part of it. Challenge, lesson, insight 2 was that while I was golfing, I recognized the frustration I was experiencing from hitting a bad shot, was realizing there was a younger version of me that believes that I need to be perfect at the game in order for my dad to feel like I'm deserving or worthy of my dad's love, to be respected by someone I look up to and respect so much, that unless I beat him at the game of golf or whatever sport we're playing, it used to happen with squash, it used to happen with football, it would happen with all of these. There was a little firewall that would trigger anytime I was losing to my dad, or I wasn't even just playing my best beach volleyball with him. And there was just kind of this notion or this insight that the Father's love is not predicated on you being perfect at the game. It's not even predicated on you being good at the game. And for me, it just kind of like allowed me to relax my shoulders and go, oh, wow, okay. I know my dad will love me regardless of what that score is at the end of the day. The quality time, the connection, the presence, all of that is far more important than whose score comes out on top. But for some reason, there's a little boy in me or an aspect of me that has created this story that needs to be perfect or better to receive that. And I notice it show up with my mentors as well. So that was just a very fascinating insight. I'm curious if anything like that shows up in your world, but that's the transmission, the log for today. Until next time, have a great evening. Love you guys. Ciao.